Hey dreamers, this is Saki and welcome back to a new video. In this I'll be showing you how to make a realistic ground piece from scratch, and this is a tutorial that a lot of you requested after I dropped the first Realism video that was in collaboration with Tristan. In this I'll be showing you my very own technique on how to make one. This is inspired by the techniques that Tristan showed us with this video and also by some tips and tricks that Drinkwater gave me. So what we want to start with is basically make a very basic shape for the asset. This can be anything. It can be a square or a circle or just something in between what I'm doing here. I'm using the donut and soft blend. You can get soft blend if you are in stamp mode and press L1 and square to get into the edit mode of a sculpture. And if we have a basic shape, we want to go and subtract it a little bit to make it more smooth. Now in the next step we just want to take a sphere and go into the edit mode of that. We want to make it a little bit longer, put a hole into it, and we can also adjust the looseness amount. Now we go onto the guides and activate surface snap. When you wipe over the touchpad with your finger you can start spinning an object, and with that we just want to smear onto our object. This is also how most of the recent realism techniques work. By smearing onto our object we already set up a texture for it, which is actually quite detailed. Also don't forget to smear the sides, and once we're done with that we basically already have a pretty decent realistic ground piece that you could use in many ways. If you like this result, also try making this with a smaller shape and cut the sphere into halves. You can do that in the edit mode as well. But in this video we want to go one step further, and now what we want to do is basically take another donut shape and start soft blending again. For this I recommend to turn off surface snap again, turn on soft blend, and now it really depends on how you want the result to look like. Here I really recommend you to try out a lot with how you want to blend it in. You can blend it in really hard or really soft and leave a lot of the texture like it is now. After we are done with that, once again we could leave it like this, but what I like to do after this is also subtract a little bit again with soft blend. As you can see we have a pretty interesting ground here that has some texture, some different colors, and it's a pretty easy way to do this actually. Now this already looks pretty damn good, but the real magic happens when we put actual lighting into our scene. For example, if you just put out a sun, you already see so much more texture, so much more detail, and it looks a lot better overall. Now in the final steps you just want to make it perfect for yourself. Try soft blending or subtracting a little more here and there, add little scratches or more detail, and adjust the overall finishes and texture. When we are finished with our object we can be pretty happy because it only has 3% graphic space, and this is on looseness 0, which means we can put it down even more by using the sculpture detail tool, so we can even make it 2 or 1%. This asset also is very friendly in terms of cloning, meaning that you can duplicate it many times before it will even add gameplay thermo to it. You can also just scale it up and down and turn it around to make it look all different. Here's a little scene that I made to show you how you can use it, and that is also very friendly to combine with grass and moss. And with that I would like to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you find it helpful. If so, please give it a like, some feedback, and definitely make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. I'll see you in the next video.